Snowbird basketball here on Next Level Broadcasting's affiliate coverage of Gaylord St. Mary Athletics. We're getting ready to kick this one off, or should I say tip this one off, as the St. Mary Snowbirds are going to be taking on the Ellsworth Lancers tonight on a non-conference battle. It's going to be a big one tonight between these two teams as they meet often in the district and district finals where they met last year. This is the Gaylord Eye Care Center pregame show. I'm Charles Strail with my crew tonight, Daniel Powers, Brendan Morris, and Nick Wenzel. And Alex Powers, Johnny Burkhart running our sideline camera tonight. It's a big one. Both teams come in. Ellsworth with a 9-3 record. St. Mary coming in at 10-1. St. Mary cracked the top 10 of the Class D state rankings. Let's start with you, Daniel. What are you looking for tonight from both teams, especially the Snowbirds?
Well, yeah, so, I mean, Ellsworth always is a tough opponent. So Snowbirds really going to use their athleticism, and I think a big thing is to be basketball IQ, knowing when to make what move, and just being real quick and being smart with the ball.
Yeah, Brennan?
Yeah, I would just say this is kind of a district preview matchup. These two teams could meet later on in playoffs. And St. Mary's, they're kind of run through Jeffers, while Ellsworth, they're kind of run through Kellen Pletcher. So it should be interesting for these two teams to match up, both having a dominant player on their side.
That's right. So we're going to step aside here and hear from our sponsor of this pregame show, the Gaylord Eye Care Center. When we come back, we'll have a prayer, national anthem, and starting lineups. Right after this, hang with us, folks. This is high school basketball on Next Level Broadcast.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
All right, we're just about ready and underway now for an excellent matchup between Ellsworth and Gaylord St. Mary. Let's bring in our fourth member of our crew tonight, Nick Wenzel. Nick, you've been following both these teams very closely throughout this season. What can Ellsworth do offensively that can present the Snowbirds some trouble?
Well, I think they could just, they could bring some sneak passes, decent plays.
Those backdoor passes.
Backdoor passes, good screening, good layups, three-pointers.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I talked to head coach Dale Jacob today for the Snowbirds. He was talking and making sure that the Snowbirds want to force a team to reverse the ball a couple times throughout an offensive possession. They don't want to let them go from side to side more than once in a possession. Try to force them into committing a turnover or force a player typically unused or not used to handle the ball. That way they can swarm and play that pressure defense. St. Mary coming off a 17-point win last Friday night over Johannesburg Lewiston, their county rival here in Otsego County. So, this is just another opportunity for the Snowbirds to have a quality win, but for the Ellsworth Lancers, coming in with a 9-3 record, certainly no slouch. And this is a good chance or a good opportunity for Ellsworth to beat the Snowbirds once again, as they've done so in 2 consecutive district finals. These two teams have matched up. So without further ado, this is going to conclude our Gaylord Eye Care Center pregame show. I'm going to send it over to Brendan, Daniel, and Nick, and they're going to get things underway here in the first quarter as we've just got our starting lineups. Brendan, over to you.
Thank you, Daniel, or thank you, Charles, Daniel, and Nick. As we get ready for this contest, we look at the starting lineups. First for Ellsworth, we have Patrick Parole, the junior, Kellen Pletcher, who is probably their lead standout player, averaging 27 points per game. Kellen Pletcher is their starter. Owen Carey, Jacob Genuine, number 30, and number 34, Cameron Snyder. Your starting lineup for Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds, number 10, Donovan Blust. Number 11, Gavin Bevel, Daniel Jacobson, number 14, sophomore, and of course, Brody Jeffers, number 24, the lead senior on this team, and number 25, Dylan Croft. That's your starting lineups as we get ready for tip-off. And underway quickly, Ellsworth gets possession. On over to Pletcher. Pletcher will get things started as he's guarded closely by Blust. He'll move right side. Genuine over to Parole. He's got it off the screen. Jacobson defending heavily. And whistles blow from the officials. Looks like it's going to be the other way with the travel violation. Head official tonight, Tom Johnson, making the calls for the stripes. As St. Mary's has their first possession of the game. Jacobson up top. Swinging it around. That's a 3. No good. Off the mark for Bevel. Now the other way, Fletcher. And Fletcher is fouled on the shot. Looks like he's fouled by Blust. First foul of the night. That's going to be on the Snowbirds, number 10, Donovan Blust. His first personal, team first. That'll send number 11, Kellen Pletcher, leading scorer in Northern Michigan. Out of all teams here in Northern Michigan, Kellen Pletcher, he's the lead man, over 27 points per game in this Lancer offense. They run through Pletcher as he makes that first one good.
This Ellsworth team is just consistent year after year. They, as someone in their conference who played at Boyne Falls in their school, it's just Ellsworth is going to be the team to beat. Anyone else is just playing for who's going to be against Ellsworth in the conference finals.
Yeah. Ellsworth, always a respectable team. Always seems to have strong forwards, good guard play, and Pletcher kind of signifies that guard play as he's just been a dominant force all season long. And St. Mary's works inside. That's a foul drawn by Dylan Croft, the junior forward center. And that foul is going to be on number 34. That is Cameron Snyder. So Ellsworth gets their first team foul. Gaylord St. Mary's with their first team foul. So both teams had a foul apiece as Croft misses the first one at the line. So we're here at Monsignor Kaminsky Gymnasium. Parking lot was full, gentlemen. I had a tough time finding a spot.
As did I. It's Ellsworth's bringing a big fan base here.
So off both misses from Croft, Ellsworth sets up the Lancers. Up top, led by Pletcher at the point. Over quickly, inside Parole. He's get a quick jumper. And that's going to be another foul. It looks like double ones there. So Bevel is going to get his second personal foul of the contest. And with his first personal foul, actually, because Blust was the one with the original foul. So that will send number 4, Patrick Parole, to the line to shoot a pair, as his first one kind of rims inside. The Ellsworth Lancers out to an early 3-0 3-0 lead. 6:48 remaining in. Parole makes both of them. Kind of a slow start early on for the Snowbirds. Only 1 or 2 possessions as Bebel on over to Blust. And Brody Jeffers, the lead senior on this team, one of the leading scorers, and offense kind of runs through him. We'll see what he can do. But Bebel has something to say early on. A nice dump off to Croft inside for 2. And Croft gets the Snowbirds on the line, or on the board for their first basket of the night.
Brendan, in talking to Coach Gary Metalski, looking at this game, he knows, or he's based on all the games, he knows what he's going to get from Brody, from Gavin. But where this game's going to change is in the Daniel Jacobson's play, Hogan McKinley's play. These off players, if they can have a big game,
the role players.
Yes, exactly.
As Bebel lines up, straight on 3, that one falls. He keeps the arm there for an extra little taste. What a shot there by Gavin Bebel. That increases the lead 8-6 now. 2 threes now for the Snowbirds on back-to-back possessions. Lancers, they respond. That's number 30, Jacob Genuine, back-to-back shot. He's made 2 out of 2. Now Bebel, Gavin Bebel, we've had on the broadcast in the past. Over to Jeffers inside, contested, but it falls. Brody Jeffers on the board. 10-8, just over 4:40 remaining in this first quarter. Lancers with it. Jacobson guarding. Backdoor. That shot, no good. The other way in transition. Jeffers pulls up. No shot. We'll have a travel violation. So off of some substitutions, timeout real quick. And do want to hear from some of our sponsors, like Gaylord Eye Care Center. Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care Center want to keep you at the top of your game. Trust your eyesight to friendly and experienced staff at Gaylord Eye Care Center with 4 locations in Bel Air, Boyne City, Sheboygan, and right here in Gaylord. And 10-8, first quarter, 4:32. And real quick, Daniel, what are you seeing early on from the Snowbird offense?
Well, honestly, compared to some of the other games, I want to see more speed off this Snowbird offense. They're great in transition. If they really embrace that, I think that'll give them a good jump in this game.
So Lancers will inbound it off the timeout. That's number 4, Patrick Parole with it. He's guarded by Jacobson. Pletcher with it. Pletcher guarded by Jacobson. Jacobson going to take some of the key guards here to guard tonight. Jacobson, one of the top defenders on the Snowbird team. And quick inside look. Oh, not going to happen. Snowbirds the other way in transition. A 1-on-4 opportunity. No shot. It's going to be on the ground. Wow. And Ellsworth had a couple of shots there, but St. Mary's able to wrangle it in. And the other way we go as Pletcher is called for the foul. So that's number 11 killed the contest.
Yes, indeed.
And that three-pointer good by Pletcher as he responds. Kellen Pletcher with 5 early on. And a foul called on the shot. Gavin Bebel was fouled going to the rim, and that foul is going to be on number 30. And that looks like
Jacob Genuine.
It is Jacob Genuine with his second personal, if I'm not mistaken.
Got his first.
So at the line, shooting 2. First one good by Bebel. So 11-11 all tied up the early notches of this first half. Both made by Bebel, giving them the 1-point advantage. 12-11, 3:44 remaining in this first quarter.
You mentioned Ryland coming in. I just want to talk about his outstanding defense.
Finding the defense, no good. So Parole the other way in transition. He moves quickly. And that's going to be a travel violation. Yeah, Number 30, Jacob Genuine with the genuine travel.
I like that one.
15-11, 2:54 remaining in this first quarter. As Daniel Jacobson will lead it up the court for the Snowbirds.
And Lancers taking advantage of Don
Jacobson by himself. 3-point, no good. Battling for it. Matowski had 3 Lancers around it and still almost had it. But the other way, Ellsworth has it. Corner shot, no good. 30 seconds and counting. Inside, Pletcher for 2. Kellen Pletcher now with 7 points in this contest. Leading scorer early on for the Lancers. Daniel Jacobson takes it back up. Now over to Brody Jeffers to set up the play as head coach Dale Jacob shouting from the sideline, trying to set up that offensive play. Brody Jeffers guarded by Genuine. 15-footer, no good. Out of bounds, it will go to Ellsworth. It was off of, maybe, I don't even know if it touched anybody. Might have just went right out of bounds off of Jeffers. And the shot, no good off the buzzer beater. So 20-17 is your first quarter score. That'll give us a chance to go to some of our sponsors. We'll be back with the second quarter on the other side of this break here on Next Level Broadcasting.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Hello, welcome back to Next Level Broadcasting. 20-17 was the first quarter score as the Snowbirds hold a 3-point advantage. We start the second quarter as Daniel Jacobson, who's had 2 threes in this contest, drives in. He passes outside where the foul happens. Foul's going to be on the floor. Ellsworth going to be called for it. We'll see. It's number 4. That's Patrick Pearl fouled. And how many fouls is that?
That's number 2 for Pearl.
And now Jeffers, a little backside pass.
Getting fancy with it.
I guess that was not too bad because it was right behind him, right next to him. So Bevel goes inside. He misses off the defense. Now the other way. Genuine with it. Genuine. And baseline Pletcher. Wow, what a move. That was a college-level move as Pletcher makes 1 for 2.
Yeah, this game, Pletcher can do no wrong, as it seems.
Pletcher's going to be the lead man, as we said in the pregame, and St. Mary's has done a good job of matching the energy as Bevel gets it for 2. 22-19, 7 and counting here in the second quarter. As the Snowbirds off the steal, Bevel, good!
And that's that IQ we're looking for. Gavin, seeing that Ellsworth's back is turned, goes right in to double team and get the steal off that.
What a play by Gavin Bevel. Lancers try to respond, but Bevel with the rebound. He does it all, folks.
And the heads-up pass to
Daniel Jacobson.
Wow. What a pass there by Gavin.
And he's got 8 points in the contest. Gavin Bevel goes from scoring at one end, goes back, gets the rebound, passes it in transition, gets the assist. All sorts of good play by Bevel early on as he has it once again. Up top, Jacobson to Jeffers. Jeffers now back to Jacobson as he's guarded closely by number 23. That is Jurgen Griswold, who's got a pair of fouls. Inside, Dylan Croft. Dylan Croft going to be fouled, and that's number 30, Jacob Genuine, and I believe that's his second or third foul, if I'm not mistaken,
That'll
Daniel.
be his second, yeah.
His second foul, and it looks like really all the foul was, he had just some hands on the back, and when that referee sees that now, you're not really supposed to have the hands on the the player. You just got to keep your hands off, keep the defender right in front of him. And I think he's going to call that on the shot. So, yeah, Dylan Croft will have a pair of free throws to shoot as he missed his first 2 pairs. So, trying to get back to 50% at the line here in the second quarter, 26-19.
Yeah, both these teams just going punch for punch. Both good defensive and offensive teams, and both very old teams, a lot of veteran players.
Now in transition off the missed shots. Three-pointer, no good. Ellsworth gets the rebound from the tall sophomore, the tall sophomore Cameron Snyder, that is. He's number 34. Inside, Jacob Genuine bobbled it, but got it for 2. And the other way we go. Bevel over to Bloost. Bevel himself inside for 2. Gavin Bevel does it. What a play. Whether it's Macy Bevel on the girls' side or Gavin Bevel on the guys' side, both those players solid guards when driving in. And Ellsworth with it. Daniel Jacobson guarding closely. He had some good defense, but couldn't move his feet quick enough. He gets called for the foul.
That'll be his first.
And that is the first personal foul so for Daniel Jacobson, which says a lot about his defense because he's been guarding Pletcher and Genuine this whole contest, along with Parole, and still just 1 foul to call for. So good defensive plays here early on. Patrick Parole with it. A nice backdoor look. No good, but there is a foul called. Looks like that's 24. Or was that 25?
I had 14, I thought. And again on Daniel Jacobson.
Oh, Daniel Jacobson. I saw a 4 there. I couldn't quite tell if there was a 1 or a 2.
So that'd be the Snowbirds' 5th team foul with the Lancers at 7.
So both teams in the bonus now as that first one falls for Jacob Genuine. He's got now 7 points in the contest. And that must have been, yes, on Daniel Jacobson. You're correct, because he goes to the line. And how many fouls once again did you say?
Daniel with 2 and team 5.
Gotcha. Thank you. So at the line for his second shot, Jacob Genuine. And that one, no good. Jump ball. Jeffers with it. Jeffers in transition. Wants to go all the way. Passes outside to Bevel. Bevel, McKinley. Back up top. Up top, Gavin Bevel sets up the point. Driving, splits the defenders for 2. What a play by Bevel. Tell me what you like there, Nick.
You know, I really like the physicalness. You know, I like the way he just puts on the fancy moves in the game there and just goes up for a decent shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful.
What a shot. Brody Jeffers the other way. He gets a piece of his mind. No. That one falls. Oh, my goodness. Folks, Donovan Bloost gets it to go and 1.
Foul's going to be called on number 15, Owen Carey.
What a play. Donovan Bloost, gets chopped. Makes it count. He'll shoot 1 more for the and 1 opportunity. And he said that was on number 15, Owen Carey. And we have some substitutions checking in. Carey will go out as Snyder will come out as well. In comes Tyler DeYoung and number 23, Jurgen Griswold. So now at the line, Donovan Bloost, shooting 1 more, that one off the right side. So leaves it at just a 2-point play. Kellen Pletcher with it. Guarded now by Bloost, off the pick. No roll. No, off the hands of the Lancers, and wow, a quick save, and that's good. Patrick Parole with a save, and it's good by Genuine. So now St. Mary's. Bevel still dribbling. Not losing the dribble just yet. Passes back to McKinley. McKinley back to Bevel. Inside, Bloost with it. Now Jeffers, left side, driving, left-handed, good. What a play, Brody Jeffers. Him and Bevel, the leading scorers here early on for the Snowbirds. We've got the Gator clap happening in the student section. Patrick Parole with it, guarded. Inside, it's stolen. Bevel the other way. We'll see what the Snowbirds can do in transition. Bebel spinning, foul call. With grace, Gavin Bebel goes up. That foul called on number 23, I believe. Number 23 is Jurgen Griswold. He gets another foul called, and he kind of stood in just disbelief as Gavin Bebel just making moves. I mean, it almost looked like he was on ice.
Gavin Bebel can go over, around, maybe even under the court just to get to that basket.
Could he go over the basket?
I think he could. If anyone can,
yet to be seen, but if anyone could, it would
Gavin
be him.
Bebel.
As Bebel misses the first one, second one up. That one rims out. 0 for 2 there at the line. 34-24. Lancers with it. 3:20 remaining. Foul called on the court. Going to be on number. It looked like possibly number 10. I think I saw number 10.
Donovan.
Foul.
Yep.
Donovan Blues called with his foul, and that'll send number 11, Kellen Pletcher, to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Well, this might be the one-on-one opportunity, actually, since they are in the bonus. Yes, 1-on-1, first one falls. So, yeah, now that both teams are in the bonus, we'll go to any foul called on the floor. Shooting will be shots at the line. Pletcher's second shot, also good.
And I believe, Brendan, I think that was Donovan's second foul.
So Donovan's got to be careful early in this second, or midway through the second quarter, as Brody Jeffers pulls up, no good. Now the other way, Kellen Pletcher. Over to Jacob Genuine, now to Parole. Parole with it. Outside to Genuine, he's got a three, pulls up, what a shot! Jacob Genuine for three. As I said, Kellen Pletcher's a leading scorer, but so is Jacob Genuine. Solid shot. We'll have a timeout, and we've got a quick break.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
On the screen too, they can see it. Hello, welcome back to Next Level Broadcasting. Want to say thank you to J&J Construction. Home renovation projects can be tricky, and oftentimes we get overwhelmed trying to do it ourselves, but that's where the pros of J&J come in. With years of experience, trust your building needs to J&J Construction. And also shout out to Schultz Party Store, located off of the Wolverine exit on I-75. His Schultz Party Marathon Store. You can stop in during all of your away St. Mary Northern games. Schultz Party Store. As the Snowbirds get it off the timeout, Daniel Jacobson with it. Inside is Bebel, no good. Lancers now with the rebound. 34-29, 2:26 and counting here in the second quarter. Been a dominant performance by Bebel and Jeffers, but Bebel specifically has done a lot of good things. And Genuine had a three, and there's another one. Jacob Genuine with another three, as he can't seem to miss early this first quarter, midway through this first quarter.
Off balance and under pressure.
First half, I should say. And yes, you're right. Off balance, under pressure. Same thing there by Daniel Jacobson. He was off balance, still got it to go. And Pletcher back and forth. Both teams not giving up. They're both responding. Kellen Pletcher with over 15 points now in the contest. Bebel's got about 13. Jacobson's got 10. Bebel inside. Miss, no good. Rebounded by the Lancers. It's now Ellsworth with possession. 36-34, just a 2-point ball game, a minute 20. Ellsworth have basically responded every time the Snowbirds have started to stretch the lead. It's been a back-and-forth contest, but the Snowbirds have had the slight lead for a majority of the game, except for the first 2 baskets. Ever since then, Snowbirds have led.
And it's not often you come across a team that can just put up with St. Mary's athleticism the way Ellsworth does.
And a travel violation called by Tyler DeYoung. He had the shot, went for the fake, but then fell back to the ground. That's going to be a travel. So now the Snowbirds with possession as Gavin Bevel dribbles across half court. Now Brody Jeffers with it off the screen from Croft. Bevel looks to pass upside. Sorry, that was Jeffers to Bevel, that is. Bevel back to Jeffers. He goes right side. Baseline, no good. Lancers punch it out. Kellen Pletcher with it. 30 seconds and counting. Kellen Pletcher going to try and make this one of the last possessions of the first half. He's dribbling, finds Patrick Parole, guarded by Daniel Jacobson. Inside. Will pass outside. Genuine trying to make another 3. No, he'll dribble inside. Loose ball. Genuine back with it, but now Brody Jeffers steals it. 13 seconds and counting. Jeffers, cross court. And a foul called. 9 seconds as the clock stops, but there is a foul. That foul might be on the shot as Jeffers was shaken up. He's got a...
Looks like he just got
maybe a contact lens loose, but foul called on, I believe, is that number 30 or is that? Might have been number 30, yeah.
Yeah.
Jacob Genuine called for another foul as Brody Jeffers is shaken up. Yeah, he looks like his face is a little all red, so definitely got some contact in the eye. He can shake that off, though. And Jacob Genuine having a couple words with his teammate before that, the referee, because he wasn't too happy that he got called for a foul. He was looking for a foul on the other end when he turned that ball over. And unfortunately, Jacob Genuine, although he's made a lot of good baskets, has 13 points in this contest. Unfortunately, he's fouled a decent amount in this first half.
That first shot was out.
And so first shot missed by Brody Jeffers. And the second shot with 9 seconds, just 9 seconds on the clock. That one is made by Jeffers. Quickly up court, Lancers go. Parole with it, 7 seconds. Shot, high one, it falls. Number 15, Owen Carey. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 37-36, the Lancers are within 1 point as we go into halftime to what's been an incredible first half. We'll send it to our quick halftime break and back on the other side with the J&J Halftime Show here on Next Level Broadcasting.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Welcome.
Off the Lancers, we got Patrick Pearl with 5 points. Kellen Pletcher, a big scorer here with 16. Jacob Genuine, the next leading scorer with 12. But they're really sharing the wealth with Pearl with 5. Owen Carey with 2. Tyler DeYoung with also 2. And a lot of fouls in that first half, Brendan. They had 10 team fouls. Also shared pretty evenly. Genuine with 3. Cameron Snyder with 1. Pearl with 2, Owen Carey with 1, and Tyler DeYoung with 1. The Snowbird end, similar game, similar score, similar game. We had Donnie with 2, Gavin Bevel with 13, Jacobson with 10, having a good game. Riley Metelski putting up 4, and Brody Jeffers 7, Dylan Croft with a 2. Fouls, Donovan Blues with 2, Gavin with 2, Daniel Jacobson with 2, and Rylan with 1.
Yeah, and so I kind of like what we said on the Ellsworth side of things. They're kind of sharing possession a lot, but obviously Pletchard's going to be your lead guy. But I do like what Genuine he's done so far.
Definitely.
Although he's gotten some fouls on the defensive side, he's put up some decent points, and those threes he had really kept him in possession. So that was solid play. But then, not really surprisingly, but Brody Jeffers, in at least almost every game I've called, he's been the leading scorer. He's been dominant, consistently driving in, and he's still driving it in, just not getting as much. So I really respect what he's doing tonight. Maybe not focused solely on scoring, but he is focused defensively, in transition, getting good passes, and we've seen a lot of that. But right now, Bevel's the leading guy, and he's done a lot of good things. Nick, what have you loved on offense? Kind of already touched upon a few things, but what have you saw on the offensive side that's got St. Mary's to just a slight 1-point advantage?
Offensive side, I saw that, they're screening, they're making good role plays, they're making, good shots, not making many mistakes. They're putting up good layups, taking it hard to the paint, being aggressive with it, looking for open teammates, getting the right timing in to make sure they get the right shot off.
Yeah, and I like what you said there, the right timing, finding the open teammates. In some games in the past, you've seen the Snowbirds maybe start sloppy where they weren't having good passes, a lot of turnovers or fouls. And although you've seen your share mix of that early on in this contest, still it seems like a much cleaner, nice-paced game for not only the Snowbirds, but for both teams. Although Ellsworth, leading a little bit slightly in that foul department. Daniel, back to you. You're kind of familiar. You're obviously very familiar with St. Mary's, but you said even in your time playing at Point Falls, you were very familiar with Ellsworth. What do you see for Ellsworth right now that keeps them in a very close contest and maybe even has them with a chance to win this thing still at the end?
Yeah, well, we used to joke that Ellsworth just had something in the water that gave them extra athleticism, and they're really proving my point here because they're just, every time St. Mary's has a good offensive drive, Ellsworth responds. Defensively, the same thing. Just going punch for punch and having a super solid game. And I think the biggest thing is their age. Both these teams, very old, very mature, a lot of juniors and seniors who know what to do and know how to act under pressure.
Yeah, we're not talking senior citizens, we're talking upperclassmen, and it looks like both teams can kind of lead off at that. Well, that will wrap it up for our J&J halftime show. I appreciate all the views. Remember, by the way, we do have our text line open. That is that number's on the screen, also 231-350-9040 if you want to text in. And we do have a quick break. We'll be back on the other side and send this into the second half of Gaylord St. Mary's versus Ellsworth. This is Next Level Broadcasting.
All right, we're going to kick it over to the halftime crew here, myself being Charles Strail, Alex Powers, Nick Wenzel, hanging out with you for the last 3 minutes of halftime while Brendan and Daniel compiling their stats, making sure they got everything ready to go for the second half for everybody tuning in at home. We're going to update our score. We're going to roll it over to the third quarter. As you can see there on the screen, it's 37-36, St. Mary with the 1-point lead. Let me bring in our good pal, Nick Wenzel. Nick, I asked you earlier and just kind of made the comment that the Lancers from Ellsworth are really hitting their stride from the perimeter right now. Also, as you mentioned in the pregame, those backdoor cuts they've been able to hit and able to get some pretty good and free layups. What do you think the adjustment the Snowbirds need to make to quit giving up those easy baskets?
I think
absolutely, because during the game you want to you want to get wide open layups because contested layup is pretty much the same as like a three-pointer.
Right.
Whereas wide opens are free shots, like 4-star shots, 5-star shots, whereas like the contested layups are 2s and 3s with the shooting.
Exactly. You know, percentage-wise, you're going to shoot about 40% on those contested layups. On wide open layups, I mean, those are 85, 90% shots. And St. Mary, though, their shot chart, they've been pretty efficient from deep. I believe they have 4 3-point makes and have only attempted 9 3-pointers in the first half, so have been pretty efficient. Not a lot of turnovers so far in this game, too. Just really, really 2 efficient offenses that have been playing out there. Well, so that's going to conclude the rest of the J&J Construction halftime show. Brendan and Daniel are pushing those pencils to the limit, trying to get those statistics tabulated for everybody at home, and we're going to send it.
Daniel Jacobson to Jeffers. Now Bevel, a quick pass to Jeffers. 3, good. What a shot, Brody Jeffers. He's got 10 points now off of that 3 as he comes alive. And that fancy shot, no good there by Pletcher. Bevel, wow. Quickly left side, no good. Quick movement by Bevel there. Now Parole with it. He's running point. Looks right side off the screen. Step back, shot no good. Ellsworth rebounded inside. Genuine for 2. As he's got the first bucket for the Lancers in the second half, and he's got 14 now. And the Snowbirds, Jeffers battling. Daniel Jacobson for 3. What a shot, Daniel Jacobson.
An amazing game so far by Daniel Jacobson.
13 points, the sophomore guard. One of those role players we talked about, and right now he's coming to life. The assist, a 3-pointer falls. That's 16 now for Bevel, the leading scorer for the Snowbirds.
In a close game, hopefully foreshadowing this district, showing these 2 teams are bound to match up again as they're both dominant in the district. And another foul is called.
So in transition, Jeffers had it off of the miss by Pletcher, and Pletcher kind of almost frustratingly fouls Jeffers. Really didn't need that foul, just got a contest, but I think Pletcher also knew, hey, if I don't foul this kid, Jeffers is just going to go to the rim and score it.
Yeah, it's just a foul for a shot, and he took the foul on that one.
Nick, tell me, what team, doesn't matter what team it is, who do you think has the momentum right now?
I think it's the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds.
You think it's the Snowbirds
I think
still?
it's the Snowbirds,
yeah.
yep.
I think you're right. They keep answering. They keep having some big shots. And Ellsworth, they're staying in this ball game, but still, wow. A 3-pointer, Gavin Bevel.
And entering the game for the first time, we have Lucas Sherwinski playing as an all-star on the JV level, working his way up to varsity. A big body and a skilled, quick body as well.
Yeah, Sherwinski, just what a sophomore, a freshman, and already getting some time now on varsity. He's a sophomore.
Just want to make the point that the Snowbirds have come out here in the third quarter and hit 4 consecutive triples.
Wow.
Nice defense there.
And the other way we go in transition. Ellsworth with it. Nice pass. Really good look by Genuine inside. That's number 21 to get it for 2. Tyler DeYoung. Gavin Bevel, want to make it 5? No, that's the first miss from 3. That one, if you couldn't tell my voice, a little exciting.
And
Foul shot. It's going to be on number 11. So it looks like Gavin Bevel getting a foul as Kellen Pletcher. Was it on the floor? Yeah, they're going to call it on the floor, so no shot there.
I believe that's the 3rd foul for Bevel as well. As this one's thrown in the backcourt, Bevel's going to track this down. This will be an easy 2 for him.
Wow, what a breakaway. As Charles said, easy 2. Can't get much easier for Gavin Bevel.
And Brent, you mentioned momentum. We just saw 3 shifts as the Snowbirds came out of the half quickly with gaining momentum. Lancers took it away and right back to the Snowbirds. As
And
a foul was called.
Didn't see who the foul was called on. It looked like it was somebody on the Snowbirds, maybe Daniel Jacobson. Jacobson kind of a little frustrated there, slapping hands with Bloost.
What number?
And, number 10, Donovan Bloost.
That'll be Donovan's third of the game.
Yeah. And now Cherwinski guarding there as Daniel Jacobson is on the defense. Inside. Cherwinski using that big body. Snowbirds getting in the face of these Lancers. And it's stolen. Brody Jeffers the other way in transition. 3-on-3. Inside. No good. 51-44. 3:40 in the ball game in the third quarter, that is. Cross court inside Pletcher. No good. Back and forth, a little sloppy now. Foul called, number 14. That's going to be Daniel Jacobson. Daniel Jacobson now
That's
with
his fourth of the game.
4 fouls on who, quite arguably one of the best players in this game tonight. That's probably going to send him to the bench, if not at least a firm discussion. We do have a timeout called. Want to quickly thank some of our sponsors. I want to thank Golf Gaylord. Gaylord in the 989, considered by most to be the golf mecca of Michigan. And whether you're looking for a new set of clubs or in need of fixing your slice, Golf Gaylord is your destination where you can browse a wide variety of items, get lessons from their experienced staff. Golf Gaylord.
I do have a shout out. Well, if we have time.
Yeah, go ahead. Who do you want to shout out, Nick?
I want to give a shout out to Heather Cordy.
Heather Cordy.
Watching the game from home. She's been sick for a long time.
Really?
She's haven't been doing well the last week, so I want to give a shout out to her. We hope you feel better. We hope you're enjoying watching this game from home, and we miss you and we love you.
Absolutely.
Get well soon.
Yeah, that goes from all of us. Heather Cordy helped call the game here about a week ago, and Heather knows her basketball, knows Gaylord community, did a heck of a job on the broadcast. So, Heather, feel good, and hopefully Snowbirds can lift your spirits with the win as they're leading 51-44, 3:40 remaining in this third quarter. As just before that timeout, it got sloppy. Both teams kind of back and forth there with turnovers. Ellsworth has it, though, inside. Still with possession, Genuine. Over to Pletcher, guarded closely by Brody Jeffers inside. Genuine no good, still a loose ball. Now Patrick Parole, stolen by Cherwinski, the sophomore.
And Jacobson stays in the game even in foul trouble. He's got to play conservatively in the defensive end as he puts in a 3.
Wow! Daniel Jacobson with his 4th 3 of the night. As, I would say Coach Dale Jacob just wanted to keep him in there and say, hey, knock one down. As Kellen Pletcher, Jacob Genuine responds for 2. Man, what a play, this kid Jacobson.
Snowbirds with 5 3-point makes in the quarter.
Daniel Jacobson driving inside. He's hacked. Tough, fearless play number 14. Jacobson playing like the player of the game so far.
And that foul, Daniel, was that on number 33 for Ellsworth?
Yes, 33. Landon dropped.
So now at the line, the first one good there, Daniel Jacobson. And off the first make, we'll see if Jacobson can go 2 for 2.
And Metalski checking in for the Snowbirds as well, replacing Cherwinski.
So Metalski, the junior forward, done a lot of good things early in the first quarter. He's back out there giving his best defensive effort. Brody Jeffers on the defense, now inside. Dylan Croft, hands up, good. The other way, Daniel Jacobson, got it.
Jacobson on fire tonight.
And Jacobson leading scorer. He's got 20 points in the contest, folks.
It's like AC/DC Thunderstruck out here. Daniel's just
kidding.
lighting up a Thunderbolt on the floor.
And I actually should say Gavin Bevel, he's got 21 points. So him and Jacobson, 21 and 20 apiece. And just impressive job. Foul called on Dylan Croft there Is that his first personal?
That's his first.
So, yeah, that's good. And you know what? I got to say, if there's someone who should be taking contact inside, have it be Dylan Croft, not Daniel Jacobson, especially with all the fouls he's got.
Yeah, you want to be careful there, Brendan, when you got 4 fouls on you.
Oh, yeah. Loose ball tipped around. Ellsworth still with possession. Stolen. That's Gavin Babel. And no. Going to have a foul call. They're going to call a charge. Gavin Babel went air on that one, and they're going to call him for a foul. You've got one side booing, one side cheering. That loud noise you hear, that's a mix of both. And this crowd letting you know who they like, both sides just cheering and jeering. And this is kind of something you're going to have a lot of, especially since this team is familiar. These two teams familiar from district finals. And
let's make a little bookmark here. With 1:55, Babel picks up his 4th foul.
So now that's the 2 leading players right now in this game, the leading scorers, Babel and Jacobson, both with 4 fouls. And that's certainly going to change the rhythm of things going into the 4th quarter. And Ellsworth drives. That one good for 2. Patrick Parole. Stolen. Pletcher. No good. But there's a foul on the play.
That'll be Dylan Croft's second.
Wow. And the Snowbirds, they got to be careful. Nick, maybe expand upon this for me, but back-to-back fouls and back-to-back kind of bad looks. I'm seeing it on the facial expression of some of these Snowbirds. You got to be careful not to let him back in. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a really dangerous area to be, especially when you got 4 fouls. Like I said, when you see the facial expressions, it's like, okay, you got to calm down here. You got to stop fouling.
Well, they get lucky. Both free throws missed by Pletcher.
And the Lancers need this momentum shift. They, after a 10-point deficit, one of the biggest of the game, they are doing good to get that rhythm back.
As Jeffers with it stolen. The other way we go, 2-on-2. Patrick Parole gets the transition too as he answers back. Brings this within 8. 58-50. Just over a minute remaining in the 3rd quarter. Brody Jeffers guarded by Genuine. Outside Metalski. Ryland drives right side. Foul called. Ryland Metalski. He's fired up.
That'll be Pletcher's 4th as well.
Wow.
As a lot of these star players in these teams getting into foul trouble early in the middle of the second half.
Yeah, so late in this 3rd quarter, just under a minute 56 seconds exactly, as 3 lead players in this game, all with 4 fouls.
Yeah, they've had some tight whistles tonight. A lot of free throws taken.
No kidding.
But I believe a lot of these have been, by the letter of the law.
Oh,
fouls.
yeah. No, absolutely. I think both these teams just playing very physical. Referees doing a very good job. Once again, Tom Johnson, lead official. I think they're calling as they see it. They're seeing it well. And both these teams just being physical as Ryland Metalski gets 1 of 2. Now Kellen Pletcher over to Patrick Parole. Shot fake. That one's up and good as Patrick Parole has a couple of shots. He's got 8 in this 3rd quarter. And a foul. Ooh, Patrick Parole that time, I think got a little antsy, and he's going to foul Jeffers.
Yeah, so that'll send Brody Jeffers to the line for the 1-and-1. Nick, 1-and-1 opportunity now for Jeffers at the line. Excuse me, not a 1-and-1. Next free throw, Snowbirds will be in the 1-and-1 bonus.
As now Jeffers guarded by Genuine. Up top, Metalski. 25 seconds and counting in the corner. Hogan McKinley back up to Jeffers.
I expect the Snowbirds to take the last shot of the quarter here.
Yeah, they're going to milk things out. Jeffers getting the call from the sideline. He wants to set up in the right corner is Ryland Metalski. We'll see all 4 spread out.
I'm feeling a buzzer beater here, Brendan. That's what I'm feeling.
Looks like Jeffers is setting that up. He wants it inside. He feels a soft zone. No, yes! Oh. Yes! Wow! What a look. Brody Jeffers, I feel like just reactionary. I went no, but he makes it 61-52 to wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's go to break. We'll be back with the final quarter of action on next.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Hello, welcome back to Next Level Broadcasting. Brendan Morris, Daniel Powers, Nick Wenzel on the call. 61-52. To begin the fourth quarter, I do want to thank once again Schultz Party Store, located off of the Wolverine exit on I-75, is Schultz Marathon Party Store. Stop in during all your St. Mary's Northern away games to Schultz Party Store.
And hey, Nick, we got some text-in lines here. You want to read that text right there from grandparents of Hogan McKinley?
I do. Shout out to the grandparents of Hogan McKinley watching from Brooksville, Florida.
So Brooksville, Florida. I don't know how many miles that is, but that's a pretty good distance.
That is very far.
That is a hike, at least a 20, almost a 20-plus hour drive, I'd say.
Yep, and that's actually my grandparents too. So shout out to you guys, and glad you're watching and tuning in to this game.
What a three! Brody Jeffers making it happen, making it rain. 64-52 off the Jeffers three.
That's a big-time shot for Brody. 6-made three of the half for the Snowbirds. That puts them to 10 for the evening. Nice drive by Pletcher, but couldn't finish the layup.
The other way, Jeffers with the rebound. Transition. 4-on-3 inside. Brody Jeffers gets it to go.
Making a statement with back-to-back successful drives.
Now Kellen Pletcher trying to reel this game back in. St. Mary's clearly with momentum as another turnover. That's back-to-back turnovers now. Brody Jeffers off the screen. Backdoor, no. Open corner, Metowski, no good.
Good open shot for Rylan Metowski. Like to see him take that. Looked like it hesitated just a tad.
As Perrell with it, Patrick Perrell over to Jacob Genuine. Inside, shot no good. Not enough, 2 missed shots. The other way, Brody Jeffers now with the rebound. 66-52, 6:30 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Snowbirds lead.
Both these teams look pretty tired out there on the floor right now, guys.
It's been a tiring game. Both teams just back and forth. A lot of energy spent. Inside, no good. Rylan Metowski can't get it to go.
Nice drive by Rylan there to put that one on the deck, try to get to the rim.
Outside, that one, 3, response by Genuine. That's his second 3 of the night. He's got 7 points in this second half. Brody Jeffers fouled. It's going to be before the shot. We'll see. Some noise being made about that.
And if that's on Pletcher, is that going to be his 5th foul?
Oh, boy. That is Pletcher gets called for the foul. That is number 5. So if you're head coach James Willingham, who do you put in? That's tough.
No, number 4. It's number 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's got to be a sigh of relief then for the Lancers as Daniel Jacobson extends the lead off that 2-pointer. Way to go by the sophomore guard.
Pretty balanced scoring for the Snowbirds so far between Jeffers, Jacobson, Bevel.
And Jeffers had the good defense, but Pletcher the step back for 2. Those are his first points, I believe, of the second half. He has been scoreless throughout majority of this second half, and he finally gets one to go.
And there's the first turnover of the fourth quarter for the Snowbirds. Got to limit those, especially coming down the stretch with a 11-point lead with 5:30 to go in the fourth.
So Patrick Perrell up top the point. Looking for someone to pass, but just stingy defense by St. Mary's. Left side, nice easy bucket. Kellen Pletcher for 2.
Daniel, how many points on the night so far for Pletcher?
Pletcher's got 20 points now. He just scored there where makes it 20 for him. 16 in the first half, just 4 in the second half. As that shot up by Jeffers, you saw the and 1 call. So that shot made, that'll give Jeffers 2, and he'll try and make it a three-point play at the line.
Foul call, and Jacob Genuine puts him at 4 as well. Another big player this game in trouble.
So Hogan McKinley goes to the bench. Shout out once again to the grandparents of McKinley as he got some playing time in there, played well. That will substitute in some of the Snowbirds. 70-59 is the score.
Want to give another shout out from our professional seamless gutters text in line tonight. Tom and Shelly, Brody Jeffers' grandparents, watching from Inglewood, Florida. So the shout out to Brody Jeffers as Brody knocks down his free throw. I believe Brody's got, that's 11 points in the quarter now?
Yeah, so it looks like it's close to it. 13 points. 13 points in this second half. So, yeah, Brody Jeffers went from 7 points in the first half to 13 points total now in the second half.
And Ryland getting the tip on that ball from way back, showing off a lot of athleticism.
Corner three, no good. Tip ball drill. Lancers with it. Daniel Jacobson hit the floor, and wow, Genuine smacks a three in the face. That is his third three of the night. Brody Jeffers, backdoor. Jacobson, miscommunication.
So Snowbirds now with two turnovers on 2 of their last 3 possessions.
Yeah, kind of a sloppy play there.
Got it. Well, it was the right play. Jacobson made the backdoor cut. Metelsky was cutting, and Jacobson just saw him a little late. A little just mistimed error.
Right play, bad timing as the Lancers with possession now. A blocked shot by Daniel Jacobson. He's wide open. The other way we go. In transition, Jeffers with it. Bevel. Step fake. Three! Wow. Daniel Jacobson, another one! What a player! Oh my goodness! 5 3-pointers. Wow! I know we've heard from the grandparents of McKinley and Jeffers. The grandparents are. What another one! Oh my goodness!
No mercy!
Jacob! I cannot get enough of this Daniel Jacobson.
Wow!
We might lose our voice by the end of this broadcast, folks.
Woo!
On fire, 77-62. Daniel Jacobson, dominating performance tonight. The sophomore guard cannot be stopped.
He couldn't miss if he tried.
Yeah, Jacobson on a major heater right now in this third quarter.
Woo. Will he go for a heat check? No to Jeffers. Jeffers, that shot off the mark. Just tremendous ball playing by the Snowbirds, specifically by Jacobson, as the Lancers just trying to breathe here for a second. Genuine made a couple threes himself. He's got that tipped out of bounds. I mean, I almost want to start clapping myself. You got everyone clapping in this building. Wow. Folks, I know we've got 3 minutes and counting in this ball game. I'm going to call it right now, Charles, if you don't mind. But without a doubt, Daniel Jacobson has been the player of the night. Excellent ball game so far by the sophomore.
Looks like a 3-second call right there on.
No, that was a blocking foul, I think, on Brody, Nick. I think a 3-second would have been better because it wouldn't have been a foul, though, right?
Yeah. Because he would have given it back to us and it would have been our ball.
So the 1-and-1 opportunity now off of the foul.
Brody with a conservative first half. That was only his first foul of the game. Not too much scoring in the first half, but that third quarter was amazing for him.
Between Jeffers and Jacobson, doing a great job of guiding the Snowbirds here in the third and fourth quarter.
Oh.
So now St. Mary's. Croft outside to Jeffers. Jeffers dribbling a nice move inside, no good. Foul call.
Yeah. Jeffers knows how to move that ball, creativity. I wouldn't surprise if he gets offers for college for basketball and art school. Creativity. Charles, give me the look.
Okay, I gotcha.
The head scratcher from Powers.
Yeah. It's a stretch, but.
Daniel Powers, I like it. I can respect it as Jeffers now will go to the line for a pair of free throws, 77-64, 2:39 in this ball game.
Well, there's no question that both these teams know how to put up points.
Yeah.
I mean, no denying that.
28 points now for Daniel Jacobson.
And Dale Jacobs going to take a timeout after the second free throw goes down for Brody Jeffers. And with that, we're going to thank our sponsors again. Brennan, I'm sending it over to you. Who are we going to hear from?
And I just want to thank Gaylord Eye Care Center. Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care Center want to keep you at the top of your game. Trust your eyesight to the friendly and experienced staff at Gaylord Eye Care Center with 4 locations in Bel Air, Boyne City, Sheboygan, and right here in Gaylord. Also want to thank J&J Construction, our halftime sponsor this evening. And I want to thank J&J Construction because home renovation projects, we know they can be tricky, and oftentimes we get overwhelmed trying to do it ourselves. But that's where the pros of J&J come in with years of experience. Trust your building needs to J&J Construction. Real quick, breaking down the scoring leaders so far. Daniel Jacobson, as I said, 28 points. I mean, just blowing the lid off of here, blowing the lid off of it tonight. 6 3-pointers. Look, I don't know what the record is for a single high school player at St. Mary's with 3-pointers, but 6 has got to be close to the record because, I mean, that's just an amazing performance. What have you liked so far by Nick?
You know, I really like how, St. Mary's had, they're doing a lot of, pressuring. They're doing a lot of great calls. They're doing a great job not trying to foul and staying away from that. Staying focused is the main thing, The top key is to stay out of trouble.
Absolutely. As that said, off the timeout, missed by the Lancers, Snowbirds, with possession. Jeffers inside the lefty, good. Brody Jeffers having a dominant second half. Bebel has been a little quiet, but now Jeffers and Jacobson have just taken off this quarter. Dylan Croft with it. He'll have to dribble it himself. Up court, Croft over to Bloost. In the corner, Jacobson back to Bloost. 1:55 and counting.
Croft had a look there saying, I'm a post player. Some of the guards come over here.
Yeah, someone get it to these quick guards as we have a travel called. So now 1:47. This game might just be out of reach. It's an 80-64 lead for St. Mary's. And just before that last timeout, dominant performance. Almost suffocating as St. Mary's has just ran away with things late in the fourth quarter. Corner look. Bebel for 3. Gavin Bebel makes 1. As he's got 4 threes in this contest. That shot, good. Response by Genuine. And Jeffers.
Behind the back with that one.
I think the Snowbirds are letting out a lot of tension right now from those
kidding.
back-to-back district losses in consecutive years. I mean, it's 1:24 left in the fourth quarter, and Brody Jeffers is laying it on the line still.
I'm not sure if it comes up on the camera, but those chips on the shoulders are pretty big. They're letting them show tonight. 85-66, under a minute left. St. Mary's will win this ball game as we'll see them wind time down, pass it around. They've been passing all game long very well. A surprise miss from 3 as they've just been lights out. 3 different players draining multiple threes.
And we're going to see some mass substitutions right now from both teams.
As we have those substitutions, Daniel, just talk about what you've loved in this contest.
Yeah, well, both of these teams, you can see it came ready to play, and this was the biggest lead, I think, of the game. St. Mary's, if they didn't have a lot of all-star showings from Bebel, Jeffers, but most importantly, Jacobson with 7 threes.
Yeah, Daniel Jacobson, 6 threes on the contest. 6 threes.
Wow. A great showing. They'll meet again in districts, and it can still be anyone's game, but for this one, St. Mary's.
This is the moment right here where you want to just stay away from the fouls.
There you go. Smart call as the other way. Ooh, Kinley with it. Sherwinski with it. St. Mary's just trying to get this time out of all JV players, a majority of JV players, and some varsity mixers. Actually, no, this is just mostly the second team for the varsity as that will run timeout. 85-66 is your final score Snowbirds victorious off of a dominant performance by Daniel Jacobson, the leading scorer. 30 points, folks. 30 points, 6 threes.
So 30 points for Daniel Jacobson, definitely our player of the game tonight. So,
I mean, wow.
Fellas, before we wrap things up here, any final words that you just want to get in talking about the performance tonight by the Snowbirds, and also a valiant effort by the opponent, the Ellsworth Lancers? Nick, I'm going to go to you first. What were some of the thoughts that you had of overview of this performance by the Snowbirds?
You know, I really like them, their intensity coming into the game, and you know, all their energy put into this game. You know, all the shots, plays, just getting into it and feeling the love of the game. You know, getting good shots off, and you know, getting fired up, and you know, getting the team hyped up, and that's what it's about, playing here as a family and as a team, and just doing some good work.
And I would just have to say, yeah, St. Mary's really getting everyone involved, but not only leaning on Bebel in that first quarter and Jeffers partly in the second half, but really throughout the game, as Daniel said kind of at the beginning of the game, lean on some of those role players. And boy, oh boy, did Daniel Jacobson come in not only as a role player, but a support system, as this Snowbirds team has at least 3 big-time scorers throughout this season now.
And Daniel, so you know, your final thoughts here as well, but I also want to get that final breakdown of the scoring tonight, both from Ellsworth and from St. Mary.
Yeah, so, I mean, St. Mary is just playing a great team ball, I think, as Gavin Bebel started off strong, got some fouls, ricked him up. Then the team says, well, we got to give it to someone else. Jacobson steps up, picks up some fouls. Jeffers steps up in the last end of the game. And it's just sharing the wealth a lot. Make sure everyone gets it, and playing as a team before player helps them win a game like this.
And your final scoring breakdown first for Ellsworth, their leading scorer, Jacob Genuine with 24 points. Kellen Pletcher had 20, while Patrick Pearl had 15. Those are the top 3 scorers for the Lancers. And over on our Snowbirds sideline, Gavin Bebel, 26 points, a dominant first half with 13. Brody Jeffers really came along in the second half, put up 25 points. Had a majority of those in the second half. Dylan Croft put up a pair. Rylan Matowski with 5 points. Donovan Blues with 4. But the player who, once again, we say it, dominated tonight, Daniel Jacobson, scoring 30 smackaroos.
Wow. So for myself, Charles Strail, Alex Powers, Daniel Powers, Brendan Morris, Nick Wenzel, Johnny Burkhart running our camera tonight. We thank you for tuning in. Have a good night, everyone. We'll be back later on this week with more Snowbird basketball. This is Next Level Broadcasting. Have a great night.